salvation.
Amen.
Amen. If you look around and things aren't going right in your life and things are falling apart, we got to raise our eye level a little higher. We got to get beyond the area where the snakes dwell. You know, there's this area I was reading about, doing a little study on about this called the snake line. The snake line, snakes only go is a certain level where snakes can't get the oxygen they need in order to survive. So you can go to a certain elevation and snakes can't survive there. We've got to learn how to live our lives above the snake line. Amen. And settlers in early America, they would sell property based on how high the property was above the snake line. Of course, the mountainous areas were hard to work and to farm and to clear and to grow things. But if you took a house in the valley below the snake line, you were subject to get bitten by snakes. We even had properties where we used to live at in Randallstown, Baltimore County, below Randallstown, where one side of the house we lived at, we didn't have any water behind us. But across the street, they had a little lake behind them. They were in snake land. Mm-hmm. And they were getting snakes in their yard and in the backyards and basement. We didn't have that problem. So you gotta remember that there's a certain elevation you can go to when you're above the snake line. Some of us like to go down to the snake line, don't we? And deal with stuff that's above the snake that deals us in the valley. But God is telling us if we live a certain way, He's not saying we'll never be attacked. What He's saying is that when Satan will never be able to attach itself to us in that attack, we'll be able to survive that attack because we're living in another sphere where God has promised that He's broken the power of darkness. Y'all don't want to hear me this morning. I'm talking about what God has already done for you. Amen. God has already done certain things for us, and we ought to be grateful. He says, thanks be unto the Father. This word, giving thanks to the Father, it's in the present tense. Giving thanks unto the Father. Giving thanks unto the Father, which means, when I say in the present tense, that means He's saying that we're supposed to live a lifestyle of thanksgiving.
Amen.
Amen. A lifestyle of thanksgiving. Present tense means that we're doing it and we keep on doing it.
Amen.
Amen. We're doing it and we keep on doing it. So we're giving thanks to the Father. Why am I thanking the Father this morning? Because the Father has made us meet. And a better translation would be, He has qualified us. The Father has qualified us. Isn't that good news? The Father has qualified us. The Father has qualified us. And you know, when I think about that, it lets me know that in order for us to really live this Christian life, we need to have a heart of thanksgiving, because the very crown of a Christian's character is to have that kind of heart. That kind of grateful heart. The kind of heart that gives God thanks. Giving thanks is not only something we should do, it's what we should do. It's an obligation. It's an obligation for those who are favored by God. We ought to have a grateful heart. We ought to give God thanks because He has made us fit. It's an awareness of the goodness of God. Giving thanks continually to God.